We're live today. You're gonna watch me edit and review the trailer that we have for an upcoming.
This year, really a
Let's see if we can
fix-it
see
bill
this.
on SB 684. What these do that changes from SB 684 to 2023.
So here's why I'm going through the edit. Right, if you have a good trailer, that pretty much helps determine whether or not someone's going to listen to you for the rest of the podcast. Because if it's not compelling enough, or there's not valuable enough, then people typically don't stay. So this is why I'm spending so much effort on the first 10% of the podcast.
Law SB 1123, which in 2024, which became law middle of this year, really a fix-it bill on SB 684. What these do that changes from what I call small lot subdivision 1.0, when we did it back at Motive, my office back in the day, is that now it's basically a by right process. So it's not this discretionary thing you have to go through public hearings, you have to go through discretionary thing, you have to go through public hearings, neighborhood council meetings, getting screamed at by neighbors, meetings, thing, discretionary thing you have to go through public hearings, neighborhood council meetings, getting screamed at by neighbors, the whole 9 yards. Then there's just some other rules that are fantastic. So allowing this in single family zoning is a real game changer. That's, as we all know, that's the bulk of zoning in Los Angeles and California. So allowing that just opens up a whole new slew of properties to allow this to happen. And my favorite one is reducing parking requirements. So in small lot subdivision 1.0, everything was basically driven by parking. You had 2 parking spaces per unit, at least 2 parking spaces per unit, and it really changed.
I learn how to develop slowly.
Hello.
How much they cost.
Good job. Thanks for saying
Hello.
hello.
That changes a lot. And then last,
You can't see it, it's a video.
So ADUs didn't exist in small lot subdivision 1.0.
No, why
Now,
not saying
some
hello?
jurisdictions will allow
You're not
that
saying hello to me.
It's a video. You can't see you.
benefit, not just from a development standpoint, but
Hello.
the people that end up buying it can have like a home for an elderly relative, and they're in the same location. So it's a real benefit. Or use it as a
Hello.
One of the things is that in SB 1123, it's only permitted on lots that are vacant. And so for something that is vacant, that's a very low permit. And so how is the city going to interpret if something is vacant? If you cannot tear down something that's been rented in the last 5 years, that's no. Something that's rent controlled, you cannot tear it down. Peel it out, it's a different conversation. But how is the city
Bring that back, Soleil.
deem whether something is vacant? Because if they deem that
Give that back, please.
it's not using R1 product. But the memo gives you a little bit of clarity. It says, okay, the house is vacant.
That's important.
No one has lived there for 6 months. So you buy the property, no one lives there for 6 months, that might be deemed vacant. Or the windows have boarded up, or the utilities have been shut off. So that's very critical. And then the other thing really looking for is a lot of single family zoning, and this is LA for sure, and I think a lot of jurisdictions, they really in the past tried to limit how bulky the building was. So there's a lot of strict rules. It was very challenging to do a small lot project on if those rules were upheld for small lot. But the state law becomes very clear when you're allowed these reduced setbacks. So it seems like local jurisdictions are saying, okay, you can do a 4-foot side yard, rear yard setback.
This one just came out a month ago. Let's see.
Looking forward to see if you can go to these storms. We're at the period of time where I think small developers are going to be enabled again to do stuff. I believe in small developers to help solve the housing crisis in California through small lot subdivision, through SB 9, through ADUs even. That is the way forward, and the path is getting clearer every year. The people at the state level and even some local jurisdictions are now realizing that they have to free up the market is the only way to solve the housing crisis.
Interesting. So check this out, right? What I want to do is figure out, okay, first of all, that was a great trailer. I think I didn't really want to change anything because I think it got straight to the point. We had an understanding of what the new legislation is, how it differed from old subdivision legislation that was out there. Then we moved into, they just issued a new memo in LA. So now I want to figure out, okay, well, for this new memo that's out there, and I just did a quick Google search, right? What is the memo? How is it interpreting it? right? Now, what I want to do is I want to quickly look at, boom, upload file. I just downloaded the memo. So what I want to do is, okay, this is how I work with ChatGPT. You are the world's best educator while optimizing for explaining the content in a simple manner in an entertaining way. Please help explain the attached memo for the updated legislation so that I can explain it at a 5th grade comprehension level. Most importantly, we need to explain it for current developers and aspiring developers so that they have clarity on what they can or cannot do when trying to apply the new state legislation with SB 684 and SB 1123 towards small lot subdivisions, where they are trying to build more density in what was previously probably known as single family residence zoning. Please help me come up with a 5-minute talk that effectively summarizes this memo and make sure that the content is structured in a way and segmented in a way that it can be split up into 2 or 3 clips that can be optimized for short form content afterwards. So this is what I do, right? If I'm trying to digest something, I want to effectively have ChatGPT explain to me what it is. Then I just regurgitate my explanation. Obviously, it's going to be based on how I talk, right? Explain like you can with the accuracy developers to clip 1. So imagine a big piece of land where basically you can only build 1 house here because so that's it. In this game, they say you can split the lot into 10 small lots. And what kind of each side gets own home. You get automatic approval, not hearing, so there's no neighborhood meetings, no angry yelling, no 2-year planning process. Say if your application is complete, and say qualifies, the city has 60 days to approve it. If they don't act, it is automatically approved. Okay. These small homes must be reasonably sized, so the average home must be under 1750 square feet of thing. ADUs don't count towards the 10 homes. Oh, interesting. So you can get more units. When you start homes from home ownership, we're getting a fast lane to build them. This is the big shift. Single family house now, gentle density. Okay. So minimum lot size is tiny now. So in multifamily, 16 square feet is a lot, 1,200 square feet lot size. This is the key to fitting. Interesting. What? So you cannot use a lot if the property has been rented in the past 5 years, is rent controlled, has affordable housing covenants, it's in fire zones, wetlands, farmland, and protected habitat. It had else act withdrawals in the past 16 years, explaining some demolition of existing housing. You must follow these objective rules. Max height, so max height still applies. The front yard setbacks still apply. The building code separation, you still had to follow the building code, so they could probably stop you from building if you don't follow the building code. That's another way for them to stop you. Protect trees, 4-to-1 replacement required to move, so you can't just remove trees, you got to replace them if you do. Open space will apply if 5 greater than 5, so you still need some open space. Interesting. Super. You're protected from side rear setbacks over 4 feet. Lot with depth frontage requirements. That's why dense townhome style small lots become possible. 34 is a minimum density, so that was 1 home, so the 20 units per acre. You must put at least the number of units to say projected as parcel. You can't underbuild. No one doing 3 units on a. Interesting. So for me, this is interesting. So you cannot break certain rules. Submit 1 application. No CEQA. 60 and start building before the final master plan. As long as you're signing condition, you won't sell until the map is done. You cannot sell each lot until certain conditions met. You cannot sell unless each lot already has a unit built. It's calling a parcel. I think what I don't understand is, can you help clarify what is in the LA City's memo that clarifies the nuances between what a developer can or cannot do and include that in the explanation above? Okay. Let's see. Let's see if this gets better. So I'm just learning this alongside with you, right? The clear version. So one wants to do. Logic cannot force you to follow main zones. No inflection. No longer follow. No longer to follow side rear setbacks over 4 feet. Okay, good. Parking above one space each unit. So one is good. It's mandatory waivers. Great. Have to have accident incidents. Interesting. You know, state gives you superpowers or boundaries. You cannot use law if the existing home was occupied within 5 years. Protects tenants. Unit 10, you can't. So units under rent control doesn't work. Units with affordability covenants doesn't work. Units demolished in the last 5 years. So if the home was occupied within the past 5 years, it doesn't work. Interesting. You cannot subdivide or condo convert existing buildings. So no condo conversions. You can't take RSO restriction. Okay. Tenant con for new homes only. You can't use SB64 in sensitive object lands. Can't be in high or very high fire zone. Conservative easements. Can't underbuild. Those two. Cannot sell individual raw lots. Interesting. You cannot ignore. Height limits still apply. Fire department access. You check the zeniths. We check the tenant history. Great. That is easy. The sign of subdivision. Okay, that's pretty easy. All right. Please give me a one-page infographic for developers that explains exactly how this process works, what's allowed and what's not allowed in the city of Los Angeles. So this is what I try to figure out to do, right? So once that does it, then I can have something to possibly supplement the podcast. Where's the infographic? Please create a visual Canva layout based on the above content. Boom. All right, so this is it. That's it for today. I know we started with the trailer, but then I just want to figure out, hey, how do I explain this better to somebody that truly outlines what's going on so people can digest it much better. All right, hope everybody has a great Saturday. I'll see you again. This is not investment advice. There's so much due diligence you got to do. You want to apply this. That's why it's worthwhile for you to work with an architect, builders that actually understand these rules, that read building codes for their breakfast, and actually learn how to apply it. So hopefully this is helpful, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 791. How's it going, everybody?